Good morning, sunshines. It's Wednesday. I have a little coffee brewing in my Keurig. It's the 3rd. I'm sleepy. But I am about to have some breakfast. So my littlest made me an omelet as I was walking out the door, and I'm going to eat my omelet and do stuff in my journal. And yes, my desk is always pretty messy. It's because I only sit here in the mornings when I journal, and then throughout the day things get piled on my desk and I don't always keep up with it that great. But omelet and journal time. Hey sunshines, it's lunchtime and I am feeling very discombobulated because tomorrow and Friday I am cleaning projectors at school. So I have coverage tomorrow morning and then most of the day on Friday to clean all of the projectors in the building, which is one of my least favorite parts of my job because it's dirty and gross, and like then I still have to teach. But I thought I was doing it next week. Like when I originally requested the coverage, because I have to have coverage to do it, my direct boss said next week, and then I got an email from the principal saying Thursday, Friday, and I didn't know if she meant tomorrow and Friday or next week, Thursday, Friday. And I was like, sure, that's okay. And then we get a email every morning, a communication about like scheduling and stuff. Sorry for that horrible camera stuff that just happened as I shifted. And it's tomorrow and Friday. So I was scrambling this morning to get all of my sub plans in order and like make sure that I have all of the copies and stuff that I need. Spoiler alert, I don't, but I will for tomorrow. I just thought I had, more time to write up my sub plans and stuff. It's fine. I just feel like my schedule changed and that's not what I expected. But it's okay. I'm going to have some leftover Chinese because one of my coworkers ran out and got Chinese for us yesterday. So I'm going to have some leftovers. I'm going to eat a chocolate pudding. I'm going to do a little knitting, and hopefully I'll like get regulated for the afternoon. I'm hoping. So I've barely done any knitting at all this morning because I was, going through my file cabinets and stuff, and not very much walking around and looking at student screens and stuff. So not very much knitting this morning. That's okay. But here's my socks of the day. Aren't they cute? And this reminded me that I have a plan for not during Vlogmas necessarily, but like the in-between times, like in between Christmas Day and New Year's Day when I'm on break. I obviously have all the projects that I want to finish this month, but I would also like to do some mending because I actually did a tiny bit of mending on this sock this morning. I think it's my right toe, if I'm feeling correctly. I had a dropped stitch in the toe, and I noticed it last time I wore these socks. So I put a little stitch, a stitch marker, like a light bulb stitch marker in it, washed the socks, and then this morning I picked up the stitch, worked it back up, and sewed it in. But I am noticing that several of my pairs of socks are starting to get worn out. I think that in the past like 3 months, I've found holes in probably 3 or 4 socks of mine, all in the same spot in the balls of my feet. So I need to patch those. And my oldest kiddo told me that one of their thigh highs has a hole in it. So I want to fix that as well. So I'm hoping to mend, maybe not all of the socks. I'm not going to put all of that on my to-do list, but like to mend a couple at least. It really doesn't take that long to mend the holes. They're not very big. I would say they're probably about a size of the dime for my 3 pairs of socks that have holes in them. I also have another pair that doesn't have holes in it, but it's starting to show wear. Excuse me. And so I kind of just want to go over that area with duplicate stitch so that it doesn't get a hole, because duplicate stitching over it is faster than repairing a hole in the sock. So kind of want to do that this month. Yeah, there's at least 5 socks that I need to fix. But that just comes with wearing of the socks, right? And I know some people are just like, oh, I could just knit a new pair. I could just knit a new pair. Or I could fix what I already have and use that time to make something else, like all of my scrappy blankets. There's not a right answer. I'm not judging people who don't fix their socks. But for me, it makes more sense, especially because all of the socks that need to be repaired, well, the thigh highs took forever, but the other ones are patterned socks, so they take time to fit, or time to make, more time than a vanilla pair of socks. So, and they're still in really good condition, other than, you know, the small spots that need to be fixed. Like, how silly would it have been to, I'm just thinking, like, how silly would it have been to just throw away this beautiful pair of socks that I'm wearing right now? This beautiful pair right here, because I dropped a stitch instead of fixing it. I know that's not the same as fixing a hole, but I don't know. For me, it just makes more sense to fix the hole. I spent, you know, I think the average is like 18 hours making a pair of socks. It makes more sense to take 45 minutes to fix a sock, 30, 45 minutes, whatever. Hello, sunshines. It's like 5:30 and we just got home and I'm not going anywhere now. I did stop by at my boyfriend's house for a hot minute because he lives pretty close to the kids' school. We just got back because the kids had D&D after school. So I stopped by my boyfriend's and he fed me some dinner. He made me pasta. It was delicious. With a quick homemade sauce, which homemade sauce is always better. Okay, not always. You can mess up pasta sauce, but he used to be a culinary professor at one of the universities here. I'm sorry, I'm trying to get rid of that glare. Okay, I guess I just have to look at you from this weird angle. I feel like I'm hearing so many weird sounds right now. Sorry, I'm distracted. Oh, it's because my child is in the kitchen cooking. Got it. Okay, so I am planning on just watching Vlogmases. I have 9 episodes right now queued up. I love Vlogmas so much. And that pattern for the test knit sock came out. So I'm going to work on that. I don't know if it's a secret or not, so maybe I'll show you, maybe I won't. You'll know in a moment. I am almost done with, well, that's not helpful. I just dropped the mini. Hold on. Almost done with the mini for tonight, so I'm going to finish that up first and then do some of the test knit sock, and then I'm going to work on the corner to corner blanket tonight, or like intermittently with the test knit sock, because the corner to corner blanket has been hurting my hands as I've been working on it. But maybe it was just the combination of yarns, and I don't know. We'll see. Because the one of the yarns was a little bit thicker. So I'm hoping to work on the corner to corner a decent amount tonight. Oh my gosh, I was gonna just take a picture of today's dice in my kiddo's advent calendar, but I don't know which one it's going to be best to see in. There, can you see it? That one might be too faceted. Hold on. Oh no! Dice down! Look at that. Look, it's got a candy cane and a snowflake and a Christmas tree inside. Oh my gosh, these are so cool. Oh, I super like them. They're so pretty. Look at that. Hey, sunshines. It's about 8:15 and I'm getting sleepy-ish. Like I'm not sleepy yet, but I feel it coming on. How's my face looking? Oh, good. My face looked really terrible earlier. It was super dry this morning, and the eczema was like, bleh. So it looks really good now. Okay. Sorry. Anyway, do you want to see what I've been working on this evening? I did 3 rows on the blanket, and I have 43 rows to go, which means if I worked 3 rows a day, I would be finished by the 17th, which is a little close to my deadline. Our last day is the 19th. I said the 22nd earlier, but that's a Monday. That's the Monday before Christmas, and we're done on the 19th. So 3 rows a day average is a decent goal, but every row gets smaller by a cluster. So eventually I'm going to be doing like three rows is a lot right now, but eventually 3 rows is going to be nothing. So I feel pretty good about getting this done when I want it to be done. And I did use up my 3 minis, which is my unofficial goal for mini usage. I finished off this purple mini from my advent. Oh, the sock is so beautiful. I just love it so much. So those are attached to the corner to corner, and it's under the blanket, isn't it? It is. So this is the sock that I'm testing for Alundra, and I'm about halfway through the foot, and I think it is looking pretty good. So I am going to yawn excessively and now I'm going to put away all of my crafty things and get ready to read my book and go to sleep. I hope you have had a wonderful visit with me, because I have enjoyed sharing with you, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye for now, friends.